Who's Talking Sundowns, Umjaka here, hanging out with the Sundowns legend, Shakes Ngwenya. Awesome result, Mshege. Great result. It got Sundowns to the final. Not perfect, but it got to the final. Got the team to the final.
Ay, Kabuyelo. Ay, Kabuyelo. We are through to the final, Jaga. We are through to the final. Great results indeed. Great results indeed.
That's all that matters, Mshege. Shakes Ngwenya is here, guys, to take me through these points here. We're going to talk about the lineup, Mshege. It got everybody talking on social media. We're going to talk about the style of play, the application of that strategy that Cardoso set up. We're going to talk about the subs as well as where did Sundowns get the opportunity in this match to come back and get that important goal to go all the way to the final. Shakes is going to talk through all those points, guys. Stick around. Shaggy, let's start with the lineup. It was a head scratcher for everybody.
Yeah, Mchaga, no. To be honest, when I saw that starting lineup, it was it was such a negative one for me, you know. When I saw that lineup and I didn't see Shalulile, I didn't see no Renas, I didn't see no Mshishi, you know, I got worried, you know. I got worried, to be honest. So, yeah, it didn't inspire confidence in me when I saw the starting lineup at all.
What did you think of the application then of that starting 11 that you saw? Because, it was the starting 11 that we saw. But what did you think of the application? How did the team play? What did you think of the style of play?
Yeah, so when the game was on, you know, let's say first 15 minutes or so, first 15 minutes we looked very good in Jaga. I think the game plan was working and the boys were playing positive passes, you know. Especially they were trying to play behind the defense of Ahly. You know, a lot of balls trying to use the strength of Thapelo Morena and his speed, you know. And we looked good when we did that. We created problems for them and we even created a chance, you know, where Thapelo Morena could have scored and Tashrik Matthews, in fact, got the first opportunity from playing that positive style of play, you know. And then when we conceded, then we started being negative again. Then we started playing sideways, you know, which has been a one critical point for me with Sundowns. They're playing a lot of negative passes sideways, you know, whereas when we're looking good, we're playing the ball behind them, trying to, you know, penetrate their defense. But we started being negative and passive, you know, especially after they scored, you know, from a mistake also that was negative from Ribeiro, because he was trying to pass the ball back to Mokoena. Mokoena lost that ball, and you can't stop those ones. Those that shots that they scored with, you can't really stop those ones. That was a great goal.
Shege, at that moment, you know, especially as teammates, when something like that happens, it's a back pass that gets lost, and then they punish you. 70,000, 75,000 fans screaming as well. You know, what was going through the players' minds? What do you think? How do you think they handle that?
Yeah, well, I think they needed to regroup after that. Obviously, it's tough now. They are one behind, you know, and with a crowd like that, it can be difficult. But I think, you know, Al Ahly really allowed them back, especially in the second half. You know, first half we were under the cosh. After they scored, they were coming. They could have got another goal. There's another opportunity that Alshaw got that could have tucked away, you know, on the same side as the first goal. But I think second half, Al Ahly made a big mistake. You know, they started being passive as well and tried to defend the goal, which allowed now Sundowns to attack and to build that confidence. We really looked good in the second half. We looked like we can get a goal at some stage because Al Ahly kept on dropping back. So yeah, and eventually we got that goal. I think more than us doing well, I think it was Al Ahly that made them the biggest mistakes.
Halftime, the comments were saying, make subs. Some even calling for 3 subs to be made. Bring on Reinas, bring on Zwane. You know, like everybody was calling for subs at halftime. Of course, Cardoso didn't make the subs. But when he did make the subs, what did you think of the changes that he did make?
Yeah, obviously, when I saw that first half, I thought immediately we need to change things up, because we were one goal down. I think immediately we have all the firepower on the bench. And I'm thinking immediately when that second half starts, we're going to bring on the likes of your Shalulile. We're going to bring on, the firepower that we have. But he didn't make any changes, at that specific time. And I think by the time he made those changes, it was a bit too late. The guys hadn't got into the game yet. The likes of your Reyners, they were not warming up to the game. Shishi got an opportunity, which Shishi that was playing week in, week out would have tucked that one away. You don't want those to fall to anybody else but Mshishi. But you could see that he's just come on, and the confidence levels maybe not where they should be, But yeah, eventually we got that opportunity because Al Ahly kept on dropping back and allowing Sundowns to come in.
I need Shakes to explain to us guys whether this is the way to win the Champions League, because Piano and Shushan didn't get there, and it seems like the way that is not everybody's favorite way. That is Cardoso's way, seems to be getting it right. So I want Shakes to tell us, guys, whether we're seeing the same way or whether he believes what we're believing in the comments as well. That we're all saying. Let's go to an ad break. Come back. Shake is gonna tell us the verdict of the situation at the moment. Shushan and Piano to the one side, and let's go to the final in the other side, the ugly way.
How would you like to win a little something extra just for joining the best in the game? For a limited time, we are teaming up with Betway and giving all of you access to a SoccerBeat exclusive. If you join Betway using the sign-up code SoccerBeat now, you'll get 25 Rand extra bet. That's right. It's time to get way more out of every bet. Standard T's and C's apply.
Yes, sir. That's right, guys. Join Betway. Use the link below. Use the link in the bio and description. Use the SoccerBeat code. SoccerBeat is the code to use. You get 25 Rand extra to use and to bet and back yourself and all your predictions. Shege, tell me about that. Cardoso's way got the team to the final. We all love Piano and Shusha and Shege, but it doesn't always get results. Is this the way go? Is this what we must expect going forward?
Yeah, Umjaka, semi-finals in the CAF Champions League. Honestly, trust me, we are not expecting Shushan and Piano or good football. But what we are expecting from a first leg where we couldn't score, we needed to win this game. We expect positiveness, a starting lineup that says that we want to win this game, and that's not what we saw immediately, But yeah, credit to the boys that they're able to come back and get that one goal, but not just about the Shushan and Piano, but we want to see positive football and less of these side to side passes, but more direct football, And yeah, I still think we were lucky. We were lucky to make it through because Al Ahly also were not the Al Ahly that we know that can go all out and attack in front of that 70,000 crowd that was there. I think they let themselves down. And yeah, we took advantage of it. We could have got a penalty as well, which I don't know what the referee was thinking, not giving that penalty, because it looked like a clear penalty to me. But then, yeah, the gods were with us, and yeah, we won that game.
Shege, people go to the stadium to watch RRS, to see goals, to see excitement. And this is not a team that's looking like it's about to bring excitement. If the coach is scared to bring on the legendary Mshishi in a big game like this and keep him on the bench, if the coach is keeping a Shalulile who's been scoring week in, week out, what is the thought behind that, Mshege? I've never been at that level, Mshege, but I don't understand when you don't play your best players at a semi-final.
Yeah, Shishi, I was baffled. I would have expected. For me, if I was the coach, I would have started with the likes of Reyners. Because he's proven that he can score goals away from home, and he can be a problem for defenders away from home, especially when they're playing a low block. He can break through the lines with his pace, and he's got more grit. No offense to the youngster Matthews, but Reyners has got more grit. And I would have expected him to start rather than Matthews. But be it as it may, you know, they came on. Shadulile came on as well, but I thought it was a bit too late when they came on. But yeah, I just think our lucky stars were with us, and that own goal got us through, you know, in the end. But yeah, it's not the style I want to see us with trying to play in the final.
Back to PSL local football. You know what to expect now. It's back to the Betway Premiership. It's gonna be a race. With Pirates creeping up with those games in hand. What must happen now? How many games to get it done, Shake?
Yeah, Umjaka, it's back to the focus now in the Premier League. You know, all Sundowns have to do, you know, is focus on their games and forget about Pirates. You know, focus on winning their games. And yeah, in the PSL, I trust the boys, you know, to do the business. You know, the games that we have, we're done with Pirates, we're done with the so-called big teams, you know. So the games that we left with, we should win, you know. But obviously, the application has to be there. The focus has to be there, you know. I think it's a feel-good story now. We can win the Champions League. We've got an opportunity to win the Champions League. We've got an opportunity to win the league. So now maybe we can forget about the lose against Chiefs in the Nedbank Cup final if we can win both those.
Yeah, I think
We can forgive Cardoso.
Yeah, we can forgive Cardoso. Let me leave you there, Shage. For Cardoso will be forgiven if he brings the Champions League title to Claude Cop. That's the word from the legendary Mshege. Not from me, from the legendary Mshege. I'm sure the fans agree, Mshege. I saw in the comments they were losing their minds at halftime, calling for subs. I'm sure the celebrations are going on. I can't wait to join them in the comments now to celebrate with them. But of course, for now, Mshege, send us out with the song, man. What would you be singing when you're stepping out of that dressing room now after this kind of performance and winning this game?
Riba utlwile mariseba maobane kiritanki murena re kopane le bona. Danko, phakathi in the final Masandawane.
Join us, subscribe right now to our channel. 50% of you guys who watch our shows don't subscribe. We need you to join the party. Subscribe and smash that notification bell so that we can let you know every single time we drop an episode. Masanawana, come join the party. We're going to the final. Cabo Yellow.